On January 7, 2026, a fatal shooting involving a U.S. immigration and customs enforcement agent shocked residents of Minneapolis and quickly drew national attention. The incident occurred during a large-scale federal immigration enforcement operation carried out by ICE officers in the city. During the operation, a 37-year-old woman, later identified as Renee Nicole Good, was shot and killed by an ICE agent. According to federal authorities, the agent discharged their weapon after believing that the woman's vehicle posed an immediate threat to officers on the scene. Officials stated that the vehicle was allegedly being used in a manner that endangered federal agents, prompting what they described as a self-defense response. However, this account has been strongly disputed by local leaders, eyewitnesses, and members of the community. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Fry and other city officials publicly questioned the federal explanation, stating that early evidence and video footage did not clearly support claims that officers were in imminent danger. Eyewitnesses reported that the vehicle appeared to be moving slowly at the time of the shooting. Videos circulating online added fuel to the controversy, with many viewers arguing that the situation did not warrant the use of deadly force. As a result, calls for transparency and an independent investigation quickly intensified. Renee Nicole Good was described by family and friends as a mother, poet, and active member of her community. They stated she had no significant criminal history and demanded accountability for her death. Vigils were held across Minneapolis as residents mourned and sought answers. In the days following the shooting, protests erupted throughout the city. While many demonstrations remained peaceful, the incident reignited long-standing national debates over immigration enforcement, federal authority, and the use of force by law enforcement agencies. The Department of Homeland Security announced that the shooting would be reviewed, while civil rights organizations called for an independent investigation. Legal experts noted that such cases often take months to resolve, particularly when federal agents are involved. This incident comes amid an expansion of immigration enforcement operations across several U.S. cities, a move that has drawn both political support and strong opposition nationwide. As investigations continue, the Minneapolis ICE shooting remains a flashpoint in the ongoing conversation about immigration policy, policing standards, and accountability in the United States. Authorities say more information will be released as the investigation progresses.
Power that resulted in somebody dying, getting killed. As soon as it happened and we learned of the incident, we had several priorities. The first, of course, was to get the victim to the hospital and to get care as soon as possible. And to the family, I'm so deeply sorry. There's nothing that I can say right now that's going to make you or your relatives or the friends of the victim feel any better. There were, I believe, 2 Minneapolis police officers that responded and were in the ambulance on the way to the hospital. The second was to get ICE off of the scene. There were dozens, if not hundreds, of ICE and federal officers that were there at the time. Having them there was only causing more chaos. Having them there was only making a difficult situation even more problematic, and one that, yes, they created themselves. There's little I can say, again, that'll make this situation better, but I do have a message for our community, for our city, and I have a message for ICE. To ICE, get the fuck out of Minneapolis. We do not want you here. Your stated reason for being in this city is to create some kind of safety, and you are doing exactly the opposite. People are being hurt. Families are being ripped apart. Long-term Minneapolis residents that have contributed so greatly to our city, to our culture, to our economy are being terrorized, and now somebody is dead. That's on you. And it's also on you to leave. It's on you to make sure that further damage, further loss of life and injury is not done. We're going to be working towards justice as quickly as we possibly can right now, and justice is what we've all got to get. Next, a message to our community. Look, we all know that the agenda of this Trump administration is to create chaos. Let us respond right now with our best versions of self. This is a moment where all of us in Minneapolis and beyond, we can rise to the occasion. We can show them who we are. We can show them the kind of courage, bravery, love, and compassion that makes Minneapolis, Minneapolis, and that makes America, America. We are better than a bunch of ICE agents being deployed to cities around the country and ripping apart families and communities. We're better than that. And so we are going to meet that hate with love. We are going to meet that despair with hope. We are going to meet that injustice with constitutional justice ourselves. And we're going to make sure that in this very difficult moment, we do not take the bait that these ICE agents are trying to create and that the federal government, to be clear, wants. They want us to respond in a way that creates a military occupation in our city. They want an excuse to come in and show the kind of force that will create more chaos and more despair. Let's not let them. Let's rise to this occasion. Let's show them something far more beautiful than the kind of division that they're trying to stoke. Let's show them unity of purpose, of love, and the courage of our conviction. Our conviction, to be clear, is rock solid, and it is for our neighbors, all of our neighbors. It's for people who have lived here for 80 years. It is for new immigrants who have made this city a better place. That's the kind of love that we're going to show up with right now. If you're angry, I get it. I am too. If you're feeling that kind of despair, it's understandable. Let's show them who we can be. Let's show up with peace. To march, to protest, to hug one another, to love all the way with peace.